Hey, welcome. My name is Angelina, and we've been waiting for this day for over 2 years. Yes, that's right. Today we're going to be looking into BLACKPINK's comeback, their pre-release track, Pink Venom, from their album Born Pink. Since seeing all these teaser pictures, aside from this last one, I don't know what it is about these outfits. I don't know if it's the denim. Ever since seeing the teaser pictures, however, I've been so excited for obviously. So I can't wait to finally get into it. We're going to take, again, like I said, a deep dive into the music video, the song, everything in between, why it's familiar, why it's not familiar, if we like it, if we hate it, all that jazz. So if you're interested, then please keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. You can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok. So we're gonna start with the music video itself. We've had high expectations, BLACKPINK, you never use green screen. We have styling expectations. There was so much to anticipate. So basically the music video starts off with the Komungo, and we have this interesting room full of people in black hoods. And I don't know if you noticed, but Elisa is in the crowd with a VR set. We then cut to Jennie's rap. She's wearing all red, references Chanel, and waves around a fake bird. We then move on to Lisa, who references Rihanna's Pon de Replay with the It Goes One by One. My friend is adamant that it's not at all the same. Like, she sees a little bit of the similarity, but I'm like, it's a sample. Like, is it a sample? I don't really know. The following scenes feature Rosie in some black water, holding a heart and mentioning Flower's Venom. Then Jisoo is in that spiderweb arena type area from the intro. Then it is straight to the chorus, which was absolutely perfect before we got Lisa and Jennie rapping again. Now, if we were to play my favorite game, find the storyline in the 4th Gen music video, I think I'd probably get canceled. I really didn't see a storyline. I'm sure some of you are going to stretch that story thin. So let me know in the comments what you think that storyline was, because I didn't see one. But we did get a lot of lovely scenes. Do I necessarily understand how this was their highest budget music video? I don't know, maybe it's just the clothing. Maybe it cost like $20,000 just to look at that Celine clothing. But otherwise, I'm not sure. We did get some nice scenes. For example, this stunning scene with Jisoo, we see she has like a face mask that is connected to something, which is really curious, and I would have loved to dive into that aspect of it a little more. But essentially, I do think it was quite aesthetic. And then, of course, Rosie got her guitar back after being repaired from when she tragically trashed it in Lovesick Girls. We ultimately end off with a badass dance break in the water before fading away with the greenery. Moving on to the concept and styling and all of that jazz. Now, unfortunately, we weren't able to see the beautiful styling, like this futuristic pink looking outfits in the actual music video. I predicted that as well, because for How You Like That, there was again this futuristic concept that just ultimately went down the drain. So I wasn't holding my breath for it. Even though this is the revolution, this is literally the revolution, BLACKPINK need to do this futuristic type styling. It was beautiful. It was everything we could have ever imagined, but I wouldn't doubt that, people would compare it to aespa. But back to that, people were, arguing whether or not it would be a snake theme or a spider theme, with the snake theme being heavily compared to aespa. We had members using snake emojis and spider emojis, so I'm glad we got to clear that up. That it was kind of neither. It didn't stick to one particular spider theme or one particular snake theme, which is what I was expecting given, the multitude of emojis we were seeing. Now, that's not to say that there weren't references to spiders. I'm just saying the concept itself wasn't, specifically anything. For example, this stage in the intro, we see there's a bunch of lines. This might be a stretch, but it is reminiscent of a spider's web. We then have the car that crashes through the wall, which has fangs. So does Jennie's runway, so there's some more references. Jisoo's throne is actually also quite reminiscent of a spider, and when she gets up, we see all these jars, and I thought, are there spiders in there? Because if there are, I feel like they could just escape. I don't think that's a good setup. But I digress, because I feel like we were all collectively clowned. We started off thinking it would be a snake concept, and then we moved on to a spider concept, and in the end, really the only reference to Venom was a flower's venom within the lyrics. So we have no mentions of spiders, no mentions of snakes, no mentions of any insects or whatever the fuck a snake is. I was gonna say amphibians. Pray for me. At the end of the day, I just think it's funny that some people were saying they're, copying or plagiarizing aespa, when in the end, it really wasn't even centered on spiders. Moving on to this song itself, here's who we have credited on the song. We have Teddy, Danny Chung, 24, RT, and Ido. And I will say, with how successful Pretty Savage was in terms of being a B-side that people were hoping were a title track, I know a lot of people would have preferred Pretty Savage over Lovesick Girls. So given that momentum, it's been 2 years, there's no fucking momentum. Given maybe how unexpectedly successful the song was, I'm really not surprised that we're going in this direction. Similar vibes? The members essentially described Pink Venom as a charismatic hip-hop song that is minimal yet catchy. They also emphasized the duality that they would show, saying it's dark and lovely, saying that it's powerful yet sweet. And I think that makes a lot of sense to me, you know, this concept of duality, because the first thing I noticed was the chanting of BLACKPINK within the beginning of the song. You know, it sounded almost creepy, yet almost childlike. But then it's immediately followed by strong and powerful vocals. We also got rapper Jenny back. Watching their live stream before the comeback, I noticed Rosie said she would want to try out the rap lines parts. And she said rappers plural. So of course, this time around we got rapper Jenny back, which is apparently the biggest deal in the world. Every single Blink and their mother have been demanding for rapper Jenny to come back, even though I think she has a very beautiful singing voice, but that's not my circus. I also enjoyed the references like I mentioned before, and also possibly 21. And also possibly Taylor Swift with the Look What You Made Us Do. But you can let me know if you think those are stretches. But overall, I did enjoy the song and I will for sure listen to it. I think for a pre-release track, it's perfect. You know, I don't know how I'd feel if it was the title track, but I found it really interesting how, you know, this time around it definitely suits the title of pre-release, whereas with How You Like That, you know, How You Like That felt like a title track, and then their actual title track, not that it was, you know, disappointing or anything, but I think it wasn't quite what people were expecting. So I'm really interested to see how it's going to eventually compare to their last pre-release track, and I'm really interested in seeing the virality of it all. The one critique I do have, however, is the fact that some of the vocal parts feel like they don't flow the best within the song. You know, they feel a little bit out of place, and it makes me think, you know, they really added well, of course they added those parts so that the other members could have lines. Otherwise, it would just be, you know, all Jenny, all Lisa. Which wouldn't be a bad thing if this was a subunit song. That's another thing. I will say I could picture this as a perfect subunit song for Lisa and Jenny. Again, not that I don't love the vocal parts. They're very beautiful, actually. I just feel like it doesn't blend as well as it could if it was just, you know, a subunit song. We just had the rapping and that chorus, which was very beautiful and minimalistic and sounded so cool. So in terms of a pre-release track, I think it fits the bill. I think it's catchy. I'll definitely be listening to it. Now, I know people are going to say Teddy's formula is overdone. Even though we didn't technically get a beat drop, it still sounded very familiar, it still sounded very BLACKPINK. So I'm not necessarily mad at that. But you can let me know how you feel in the comments below. Here's the thing, I love almost literally every single BLACKPINK title track aside from Kill This Love. Let's not go there. So for me personally, it's perfectly familiar while adding some of those new elements. When I asked you guys what some of your BLACKPINK predictions were, I remember reading a comment that said, my prediction is that you're gonna hate it. And it just went to imply that like I hate BLACKPINK songs. Like, when have I ever come on here and actually disliked a BLACKPINK song? We're lucky I wasn't reviewing shit during Kill This Love. I mean, I was doing much worse things then, but I just don't understand how people think I hate BLACKPINK songs when I'm literally out here defending Teddy, defending their sound, all of that jazz. Like, I'm here rooting for them, and you still want to think that it's gonna be negative. But it might be. It's fine though. Oh my god, did I forget about Bet You Wanna? Kill This Love and Bet You Wanna doesn't. Now I think is a better time than ever to discuss my predictions and what I got wrong, what I got right. For some context, I previously made a video about my predictions for Pink Venom, and I shared some of your thoughts as well. So I did say it would be a typical Teddy beat drop and that they wouldn't stray too far from what they originally did. Also adding, and you guys will deny this until you're black and blue in the face, but you guys want that Teddy beat drop. That is what succeeds. That is what, so typical Teddy beat drop, it's not going to stray too far from what they're usually doing, but there's going to be an instrument that stands out. That's kind of the killing point, shall we say, of the song, of the sound. I think there's going to be some type of drums. You know, there's drums in a lot of songs, but I think these drums are going to be more prominent. You know, they're going to be like a quote unquote killing point. Now, I did say drums. It turned out to be this Korean instrument called the 검은 거. So though it wasn't drums necessarily, I think I was on the right path. I did technically get it wrong about the beat drop. However, I think the essence of what I said was pretty spot on, that it would be familiar, that it would be, you know, one of Teddy's, we could tell it's one of Teddy's creations. So I'll just settle for being half right. Another prediction I had is that there would be a bird specifically saying. What if we did get another cockatoo? Not this stunning Major Mitchell's cockatoo, but maybe a black palm cockatoo. And though this bird isn't real, nor is it a parrot as far as I know, we still got a bird, so I think that counts for something. I'll accept half right once again. And then the last prediction, of course, I said there would be a car. There would be a vehicle of some sorts, and lo and behold, we got a whole bunch. So I was kind of right. We got a familiar BLACKPINK sound while also elevating that sound, in my opinion, like a whole step up. Not that type of step up. Nobody's gonna get that reference. Absolutely nobody's gonna get that reference. Randomly, I also said I was picturing like some black water in the music video. And in my original video, I cut out the fact that I said like Lisa's La Lisa jacket photos because I thought she was swinging over some black water. But then I looked at the pictures again and there was no black water. Did I invent that? I feel like I saw a video of her like over some black water. So I cut that out of my video, but I still said I thought there would be some dark water. And right in the teaser, we could see it. So I don't know. I asked you guys in my community tab what you think of BLACKPINK's Pink Venom. So let's take a look. I feel like it's either going to be everyone hates it or everyone's like screaming and it's not going to make any sense. They're just like, content. I personally love it. It had everything that I anticipated for the comeback, both Jennie and Lisa shining with a rap instead of just Lisa, and the vocal line killing their parts. The music video was amazing, and I also loved the dance break. Although the chorus is not the style I typically enjoy, it grew on me easily. They ate, but I already know it's probably not going to be received that well. It's got that anti-drop chorus that not a lot of people like, but I can already tell you it's going to be a huge success in the US and at the VMAs. I absolutely love the bridge and Jen Lisa's raps. Oh my god. I love how they didn't give us another D4 but decided to switch it up a bit. At first I was conflicted, but now I have to admit that this is one of my favorite singles they have released, and also Jen Lisa rap Am I Dreaming? I genuinely loved it. Was not expecting the anti-drop of the chorus, but ended up loving it the more I heard it. The music video is beautiful and they nailed the instrumentals and bridge 10 out of 10. The raps took me out, and just his visuals literally had me seeing black spots because I was so lightheaded. I think sometimes though their voices were mixed into the track oddly and incorrectly. Like sometimes they sounded like those fan-made remixes on YouTube. Also when Rosie and Jisoo started singing low, I was on the ground. On the ground. I actually loved it. I wasn't expecting it to sound like this or of the MV, but it was so fun. I enjoyed it definitely. To be honest, going into it, I knew it would be the same structure as previous BLACKPINK songs, but nonetheless, I really enjoyed how the chorus and ending played out. And again, the staple of having cars and YG I literally cannot think of anything. Some people say that within Kill This Love, or no, some people say that in How You Like That there was no cars, but I say there was a vehicle. It was okay. It was pretty much exactly what I expected because it's just like most of their songs. It's different from what they usually do, so 8 out of 10. It sounds like something Big Bang would release, and I'm okay with that. That's interesting. I can kind of picture it, but maybe again, a subunit song, like maybe GD and TOP rather than, you know, involving all of Big Bang. So that is basically it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, then of course, leave a spider emoji in the comments. And I'll see you guys next time, but don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends I don't have. You can also join my channel members by clicking the join button next to the subscribe button. These are the lovely individuals who help support my channel on a monthly basis. It means the world to me. Thank you so much, but I'll see you guys next time. Bye!